Welcome to the Mohit Show. Today I'll be covering stories from r/detrans, a well-moderated subreddit for people questioning, desisting, or detransitioning. I will be protecting the identities of these posters since individuals in this community have been harassed when their stories have been discussed. This video's post is titled, Gender Reassignment Surgery Rarely Leads to True Happiness. If you're wondering why this video is titled 3, that's because my first two videos are exclusive on Rumble, which you can watch in the description. The full title is Gender Reassignment Surgery Rarely Leads to True Happiness. I'm trans, had SRS or sex reassignment surgery, and I absolutely regret this. What I regret even more is how the trans community keeps so many things hidden from those looking into getting body modification surgeries as extreme as GRS. Trans woman here, SRS, sex reassignment surgery, with Dr. McGinn, who is a trans woman herself in 2014. 5.5 years post-op, and I can tell you one thing. I absolutely regret this. The upkeep and maintenance, the urinary tract infections, the fact that it is shallow and can barely fit for penetration, the fact that penetration isn't even enjoyable because has no internal part of the clitoris, no mucosal wall, no rugae. It's just a flesh pocket that consistently needs to be dilated. When I forget a couple dilation sessions, it is just plain right painful to get my dilation schedule started up again. But the trans community brushed off my concerns off as nothing to worry about, or with BS like all those horror stories on the internet were written by TERFs, or trans-exclusive radical feminists, to scare you out of GRS, gender reassignment surgery. Well, I bet I had chickened out. Not only have I dealt with long post-op depression, my genitals aren't as sensitive as they used to be. I still prefer anal sex over vaginal sex, simply because it's a struggle to fit comfortably into my neo, and I barely feel anything from the penetration of the flesh pocket itself. Most feeling comes from the stimulating the clitoris, which is what used to be part of my head. The clitoris isn't as sensitive as my head used to be. It doesn't even have all the nerve bundles that a natal clitoris comes with. I wish I could have saved myself this sorrow. Now for the rest of my transition, did it make me happy? It made my life significantly more difficult. I am stealth, meaning that you keep your past hidden from others, and I'm terrified people will find out and discover my past. I still have gender dysphoria. I feel like I live in a male body that was molded to look like a female body. My body doesn't feel like a genuine female body. Finding a partner is almost impossible as a trans woman. Even in my case, and I pass well as a female. Even if you find a partner, you always struggle. You always feel inadequate because you put them through a lot more struggle than they should have to go through by being with a trans person. My story is fairly typical for the average MTF, or male to female. Most keep all kinds of unresolved psychiatric problems. The distress always stays present and there is general unhappiness in the community. Yet transitioning is still positioned as a holy grail. Well, it's not. I wish there would have been other ways to deal with dysphoria. My health is also worse since I have been on hormones for a long period of time. My eyesight is significantly worse than before HRT or hormone replacement therapy. I have anxiety and I have a very slow metabolism. The trans community silences everyone who dares speak up against a narrative of happily ever after, telling us we never have been real trans and so on. To this day, I live as a woman and I absolutely regret living a transgender existence. I'm male and nothing in the world can change that. The community needs to start to tell the truth and not try to erase the bad and the ugly that comes with this transition. I have bladder discomfort and urinary tract infections very regularly since I had gender reassignment surgery 5.5 years ago with Dr. McGinn. My surgery was considered a success. I wonder how bad the less successful cases are wrecked when I am considered a success story in this physical situation. Things need to change. Once the excitement wears off, it's a highway to hell. From the comments, I'm so sorry you had to endure this. I wish health professionals focused more on treating dysphoria rather than telling people to invest in expensive and irreversible cosmetic physical procedures that don't lead to long-term satisfaction. I truly believe the medical industry is taking advantage of the vulnerable, and our culture is too busy virtue signaling to care about those who are actually affected. In this video, there's a second post, titled, I miss my breasts so much. I'm in bed crying because I just miss my breasts so much. I got top surgery when I was 18. I'm 27 now. Even if I get implants, they won't actually be mine. I want mine back. Not only were they mine, but they were great looking. I will never have them back. Never. I never ever thought that this would happen to me. I was always 10 million% sure I made the right decision. But the past couple years, I finally realized, and it's so effing hard to comprehend this and accept it. I'm going through a mourning period right now over my old body. I miss it so much. I look at girls nowadays, any girl at all, and I'm completely jealous. At least they have their natural body. I feel like an imposter. Like I can't even claim that I'm actually a girl even though I am. My voice is effed. I have no boobs. I'm constantly worried about passing as female even though I effing am one. I feel so much regret and it's eating me alive. From the comments. As a detrans person, I lost a piece of me, physically, when I was 16. It destroyed me and led me to running away from that trauma. I can't begin to imagine what you had to go through. I hope everything gets better. Heart symbol. Had a mastectomy at 18, while I was still pretty stupid. I'm 20, and although I already cried the loss of my breasts and always go flat, I feel as time passes, I've been starting to become even more aware of what I did. I'm starting to grieve again. Just in a different way. You're not alone. That'll be all for today. If you would like to listen to more of these stories, please like and subscribe. Have a good day.